You've come up with a foolproof plan and you're excited. You get your team together and you present your plan with a flourish and inspire your team to go ahead and make it happen. Everyone seems excited and you are thrilled. It's 3 weeks now and somehow everyone seems to have gone back to their usual way of doing things and back to their comfort zones. All the enthusiasm has dissipated. What do you do now? What can you do now? Hi, I'm Sonali Sinha, an executive coach and leadership facilitator, and I'm back with my series on conversations with leaders. So have you experienced a situation like this? When it comes to new ideas, there is a lot of excitement and enthusiasm in the team, but when it comes to implementing it, somehow all the energy just disappears. You can try to give motivational talks and push and prod them, but you know that they are not fully in as you would like them to be. So what is the secret of keeping your team motivated, engaged, and focused on the organizational goals? Is it giving motivational talks yearly, quarterly, or monthly? It works momentarily. They enjoy the attention and pep talk that you do for them, but you will realize that it does not last for too long because it does not really change anything for them substantially. Change is difficult. Why should they change how they work just because you want them to? They will change only when they believe that it is good for them and they want to change. Financial benefits can motivate them to some extent, but it won't last for too long. In fact, research has shown that money can only motivate to a certain level, and beyond that, it is no longer a motivator. Also, you cannot afford to constantly dangle money in front of everyone all the time. It is not economically feasible. So that brings us back to the question of how can you keep your team excited and motivated and working towards the goals of the organization? I believe that to motivate your team, you need to know their motivation drivers, their values, and their aspirations. Each individual is different, and what motivates them and what's important to them is also different. Unless you understand what motivates them, you will not be able to engage them or influence them. To be able to do this, you need to take a keen interest in your team members. You need to have curiosity. You need to be able to listen deeply, and you need to have a good intuition. When you take interest in your team in this manner, you will create a psychologically safe space for them to really share what they believe about the work that they do and how they can make a difference in the organization. When they believe that their contribution makes a difference and that they are valued, you will see a kind of energy that is very powerful and transformative. You will not have to push them anymore. People are not motivated when they believe that they are a small, insignificant cog in the wheel. They are motivated when they believe that what they do matters. Now you might be thinking, how can I do this with my team? I lead such a large team. Start with your direct reportees and with the key members of the team and see how this works. Once they start experiencing this level of support and encouragement, they are bound to try it with their direct reportees. You can in fact start a Mexican wave of positivity in the organization and create a culture that is conducive to high performance. If you still believe that this is not going to work, I encourage you to do some self-work. Figure out what is important for you and what motivates you. When you're able to do it for yourself, you will be able to do it with others easily. And if this is something you need help with, reach out to a coach. Thank you for listening. Talk soon.